Can't spell daddy without the Addy. Welcome to a Thursday show, the fastest and funniest news network available in America, right?
Yep.
We've got Little Man guest starring today. You've met him before. Sean, could you introduce yourself?
Sean Alexander, the Great.
Nice. That hair looks beautiful. It's growing in strong each and every day. Does that give you superpower strength?
Yeah.
That's right. Did you guys know that if a bear wears socks and shoes, he still has bare feet?
No.
Daddy likes that, right? Are we always barefoot?
Yeah.
That's a good joke. Nana gave us that one. Was that a good one?
Yeah, thank you, Nana.
Why are jellyfish so sad?
Why?
Because there's no peanut butter fish.
Why was the bear not hungry when he wanted to catch fish?
Mm-hmm.
Because he already ate a bowl full of berries.
I don't know. Bears always are. I don't think a bowl of berries is going to beat any fish. You going to make one up too? Go for it.
Oh, what did the chicken say to the other chicken when he was hungry?
I don't know. What?
Can you give me a wand?
All right.
I like that one.
That's good. Good job, little brother. All right, Addy's got some news today. We're going to talk flying cars, not Joby. We're going to go in a different direction.
Yep.
We've got some other pieces in California and in Texas to talk about. Addy, could you please lead us in that beautiful pledge?
Yes, I can. Let's go, America. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Justice for all is on the menu here in 2026. As you see, we're excited to see more unfold. Now, Sean, would you like to lead us in that beautiful simultaneous sip?
Yep.
Go ahead, little buddy.
All you need is a cup or a mug or a glass, a tankard or a chine or a flask, a container, jug or stein, a vessel of any kind. Fill it with your favorite liquid. Ice like coffee, a cocoa works too, with some crunchy peanut butter and soft peanut butter, or chocolate milk. But anything works. And let's do the simultaneous sip.
Thank you for joining us across space and time to get that dopamine. Thank you, Scott Adams, for creating that. Thank you, Erica, Sergio, and the 4 over there at 9 o'clock, which you'll see here when we wrap up. They've got their news. They've got the Scott Adams School. Greg Owens still putting in hard work as a journalist, delivering you news from around the world. Always a great spot to get access to. If you have that access, get on X, check out Greg Owen, and you'll be able to skip a lot of the mainstream media because he's dropping it first thing in the morning. This bro's up at like 4 a.m., and you're able to catch up even before 6 a.m. You're already well ahead of the mainstream media, that chatter that goes on throughout the rest of the day. Addy, we learned in your 3-part mini-series that MK Ultra was real. They learned quite a bit through the 149 subcategories that they also had. We're not going to dive into that, but just remind me, what was that program designed to do? Did they go to the strongest?
No, they went to the weakest. They went to the most vulnerable groups.
The most vulnerable groups. And they learned that by using drugs, cocktails, and then influencing and lying in the media, that they could make the most vulnerable do the most insane things, right?
Right.
And that's what we want to talk about a little bit today before we get started into the news, is that you're seeing this happen across America. The most vulnerable, say the absolute most crazy things you could never even imagine. Cognitive dissonance in full display. The media knows that they can lie through the headlines, that they can lie through the pieces, because in category of 1, Addy, what was the number 3 rule that we learned?
Emotionally connect better than anyone else.
And are we seeing the media lie? And are we seeing politicians lie for the emotional connection to those most vulnerable?
Yes.
Now, you're very intelligent. And even though people would see you as a child and think you're vulnerable, do you already know how to filter out the media?
Yep.
If somebody says something shocking and crazy to you, what's one trick we learned from the CIA, little girl?
Say maybe.
Maybe. And that prevents you from being controlled, right?
Right.
How cool is that? Is that an easy trick that we could teach everybody?
Yeah.
That's right. But not everybody remembers to do that. So please remember, guys, maybe when the news is coming at you, right? Now, we know you're strong. You're watching this show, so you're high IQ and you've got a lot of strength. We're trying to help others, and we're trying to reach the vulnerable that just sit there and lap this stuff up. We went on Facebook to show Addy how bad it is out there in the world. And you can literally see the people that are divorced, the people that hate their families, the people who broke their families apart, the people that are the weakest, that are alone, they don't have the family around them, are just sitting there watching late night TV shows that are literally entertainment designed to lie. They're sitting there watching Jon Stewart on Comedy Central. And we can't even watch the stuff for homework for like 30 seconds without like just being so disgusted at what they get away with. And their audiences laugh and their audiences just sit there and eat it up. And then they're emotionally upset. They're emotionally full of hate and rage. And they can't have an argument. They can't have a discussion. They can't
learn, change, or grow.
And did we already know that that was what was going to happen to the most vulnerable?
Yes.
And do we see the most vulnerable going cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo?
Yes.
Right? Are they on drug cartels?
Yes.
Yeah, you can't meet a left liberal, even with PhDs, that aren't popping pills, guys. This is America 2026. We don't even take pain pills in this house. And we know grown adults that are on so much medicine, so many cocktails, that it's hilarious that we already learned in the 70s MK Ultra was trying to do that. They were trying to get people on drugs. We see big pharma sponsoring. These kids don't watch commercials, and when we do, Addy, what do you think of those big pharma commercials? Remember they hire the actors to sit there and read all the side effects?
Yep.
How does that go?
4. And remember one of them that to lose limbs?
Yeah, you heard some pretty ridiculous things, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the kids couldn't even, the kids were just in shock listening to the drugs that they were saying. Oh, take this drug if you're feeling sad. The side effect might be that you kill yourself. Like it sounds like a cartoon, and these kids aren't around it. Our family's not around it. But when we take a peek and look at a commercial that the average, most vulnerable person is just sitting there eating, think about it. How many commercials does the regular person see in a day, Addy? You don't know these numbers, but it's in the hundreds. It's in the hundreds. You get maybe one commercial in a day, right?
Yeah.
So did we know in MK Ultra, do we know that brainwashing is attacking those individuals?
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Now, again, stronger people can block it out. They can laugh at it. They can point at it. They can notice. But what happens to the most vulnerable?
They fall for the trap.
Right. Like a sponge, they absorb all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And do we see the outcomes in society?
Yes, we do.
We do. We see Iranians happy that the supreme commander that was torturing, hurting, and killing women every day, all year long for over 42 years now, is dead. Isn't that something that should be celebrated?
Yes.
Well, the Iranians are celebrating it, but if you look to the TV late night shows and you look to the far, far left, because most Democrats are independent and understanding what's going on. But if you look to the far left, the most vulnerable, are they losing their mind?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do they think something bad happened?
Yeah.
But did something good just happen?
Yes.
Yeah. Is the future better now?
Yes.
Is there opportunity for a better future now?
Yes.
Do we see all the Muslim nations in the Middle East supporting what America did?
Yes.
Do we see them supporting the destruction of Iran?
Yes.
Do we see Iran attacking all those Muslim nations?
Yes.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
That all the Muslims have joined in and are trying to make sure that Iran is stopped, and yet the most liberal in America are still wishing that that regime was in power. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Right. Well, it pairs up with what we taught last week, right?
Yep.
Are they the most vulnerable?
Yes.
And are they eating bad news?
Yes.
Are they eating fake news?
Yes.
Is that news designed to keep them cuckoo, cuckoo? Yeah, because if they're able to talk and they're able to have conversation, what happens?
They learn, change, and grow.
They can't help it. They're human. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right, Addy, now you've got some good news for us. Let's teach what's going on. If you haven't already made your investments, we know Joby is a big one, but we're going to talk about something different today. Addy, flying cars. It's 2026. We're in the future. We're living here now. Tell us what's happening.
Who? Archer.
Archer Aviation. What's going on?
What? The flying cars are called Midnight.
Okay, so this is their big one they've got coming out. It's called Midnight. All right.
And where's this? America FAA milestones.
Okay, so the FFA they've passed all the milestones, what's been holding them back with the negative news from last year. You don't know how fast the FFA is going to go. We had some regulatory help. We had some push. The FFA said, we're going to go faster than we've ever gone before. Still strictly following our guidelines for safety, but we are going to move quickly. So they put some behind it. And you're saying what? What are you saying?
I'm saying that they just went past the milestones.
They passed the milestones?
Yeah.
All right. So FAA approval is on the way.
Yeah.
It's coming right here in 2026. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right. Now, one of their first launches is not going to be here in America. It's going to be in UAE. Now, obviously, Iran's got to be done shooting missiles everywhere, or why would you want to hop on a flying car in the Middle East where Iran's shooting ballistic missiles? Would you want to do that? I wouldn't want to be in a flying car while Iran's shooting missiles everywhere. So even before the future can launch in the Middle East, even before the future can arrive in the Middle East where you want everyone to be able to have access, they're going to have to protect the skies. Isn't that right?
Yep.
So Iran being taken out, and this is just a side effect, but Iran being taken out from being the dangerous one shooting missiles everywhere, as soon as that is locked down and they no longer have that access, we've continued to take out their warships. We've continued to take out more pieces. Every day you turn the news on, you see we've made more ground. What is going to happen? Maybe flying cars are going to have that access?
Maybe.
Yeah, but that's a big piece, right?
Yes.
If you're going to be in a flying car flying across, you need to know that a missile being shot from Iran is not going to blow you up, right?
Yeah.
So we don't know if that's going to change the timeline. We know that UAE is protected. We know Dubai is protected. We know all the individuals over there, their countries have security systems. They have the Iron Domes. They have air-to-ground missiles. They have EMPs. But you don't want to be in a flying car, guys, while that's all happening. So that has to come to an end, and we should see that coming to an end very soon. What we do know is that Archer Aviation has lots of milestones lined up, and the UAE was going to launch first. That's still on the books. We'll see how that plays out. Addy, what else you got for us?
When in the UAE, no, that one. Why targeting 20 to 50 mile routes that take over an hour in traffic?
Okay, so this is one of the things we were talking with some grandmas and some grandpas. Some people still don't believe this is real. Some people don't think it's happening. Guys, the flying cars are going to come in not just in the major cities across the U.S. So in major cities, and you may think major city, New York City, it's got to be one of the big ones. I can promise you right now, from Dallas to Houston to Austin, Tyler, Texas. Okay, let's just go with that. Let's go with East Texas where Daddy was born, right?
Okay.
And where were you born?
Dallas, Texas.
Okay, so if you're in East Texas and you're trying to get to Dallas, Texas, 10, 15 years ago, it kind of sucked, especially during traffic time. It was really hard. About a decade ago, they built out, mixed master finished. It's crazy having watched that go from 2-lane roads on 635 to, the massive mixed master. We know what it is. If you're not in Texas, you're not from Texas, you don't even know what a mixed master is, because you guys all just do your weird off ramps. You can only get off once every 5 miles up in the Northeast. We hated driving in the Northeast. But in Texas, you see something, you can exit immediately. We got feeder roads, service roads, side roads. We got all sorts of roads, right?
Yeah.
But the mix master, lets you connect and go all different areas. Really cool. We got a couple of those all across the Dallas Metroplex.
Yep.
Metroplex, right? DFW Metroplex. People aren't used to this. But in East Texas and Tyler, that's more rural. There's more land. People out there come from more farm. They have lots of land, lots of little farms. Business from Grand Prairie all the way to East Texas has been booming. Is that right?
Yeah.
Business is always booming in Texas. Amusement parks, everything's coming to North Texas. And so the urban sprawl that most people don't know outside of the Southern Belt, because they don't do this up north, buildings, taxes, lockdown, all that. But the sprawl that takes place in Dallas, bloop, 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 just creating new cities, feeding the housing market, allowing people to move out. But the access has still got to be there. How do you have access? How can you drive all that way, right? You don't want to go to work. It takes an hour and a half sitting in traffic.
Yep. But now with this flying car on the way.
Now we have solutions. So we do know that eVTOL in the EV market with Tesla is going to be driving self-driving cars, which is going to tremendously help traffic flow through these cities. But even better is now for those areas that live just outside or that were previously too far for a housing development to really boom and create a robust neighborhood. Now we're going to have access. You put a couple of pads, you get 2-3 flying cars in there, and now you can skip all that traffic and go downtown. And that's going to tenfold increase everybody's access, because if there's less cars on the road in traffic, does that make less traffic?
Yep.
And if there's more self-driving cars taking people to and fro transportation, is that better, more efficient driving in the traffic?
Yeah.
Right. So now you've only got to deal with number 3, the manual, the original bros driving their own car and their errors and their mistakes that they make and them cutting and reaving around. So those people are still going to be out there. But you're going to have self-driving cars flood the market this year. You're having robots hitting Q1 from Tesla, and you've got flying cars coming to the market. And what we want to point out is that it's probably going to be some time before you own a flying car, for your neighbor owns a flying car. But you are going to see neighborhoods. You're going to see some HOAs get involved. You're hearing this here first. Yeah. And you're going to see some local neighborhoods pitch in and decide how to help. When we think about the hospital access, we could just go there. Yeah. If you think about how much it used to cost for transportation for that helicopter to show up, Marcus Lilly, you know, you've flown on a helicopter when you broke your neck. But for those of us that don't understand what rural America is, and critical access hospitals are hard to get to with the right surgery, with the right pieces. But if a flying car could make it to you, pick it up and get you back over an hour distance travel time that you would have died, but now making that a 20-minute flight, a 30-minute flight, that's going to save lives, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And that's not even talking about, less traffic, less people being in traffic, more lives being saved. Right. Is that right?
Yep.
We don't like driving on the road with those big 18-wheelers, do we?
No.
We go up and around them when we pass them, right?
Yeah.
We don't drive next to them. Lots of different reasons we could get into on a different show.
Yep.
But when you're trying to protect your family and you're looking for safety in the future and we go to it, flying cars is the answer. Yep. In North Texas, trying to go from Austin to San Antonio, from Dallas to Austin, all these areas are jam-packed. And if you've ever driven to Austin, you know that if you lived in North Austin, anywhere near Pflugerville, and you had to go visit your girlfriend down in South Austin, that took way too long. It almost wasn't worth it. Now, we would never say that. It was always worth it. But it was almost not worth it, having to sit in that much traffic, right?
Yeah.
Well, flying cars solve all these deals. At any part in a major area, any part where there's major traffic, think about it for events, think about it for parties, think about it for whatever's going on. If you could hop in a flying car, boop, and skip over the traffic, boop, and then land and get out, is that going to take the nation by storm?
Yeah.
Are people going to jump on that bandwagon?
Yeah.
Or sorry, they're going to jump on that flying bandwagon, right?
Yeah, but maybe like a flying rocket.
Plus, is that cool?
Yeah.
Is that fun to fly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, in Austin, Texas, you've got some 15-minute rides. You can hop in and go in a little mini helicopter little thing they've got. But the flying car machines that we're talking about have to go through rigorous safety training. And that's what we're celebrating today. What has Archer done?
Made flying cars.
Have they passed the FAA milestones?
Yes, they have.
That's right. So you're going to be seeing that here in 2026, right?
Yes.
Are we excited?
Yes, we are.
Thank you for breaking that down. And Addy, as you talked about with their Q4 earnings report they just put out and coming into Q1, has their stock taken a little bit of a dip? What do we know when stocks take a dip? What do we know about investment? Is that the best time to buy?
Yes, immediately say, all right.
Buy low?
Get high.
That's right. So we're going to buy low on Archer. That's our buy for you today. We've already told you to buy Archer before, so that's not a new buy. But you're seeing the price out now after those Q earnings took a little bit of a dip. This is when you want to get in. We know where the future is. We see the future, and the future is happening now, right?
Yep.
We've given many gifts from God. Some of them are in the past, and we look forward to the future.
Sure.
But what's the greatest gift, Addy?
The present.
That's right, little girl. Very nice. Thank you for talking about flying cars. I'm excited. We're excited. Wish we had our graphic already set up so we could show you the flying cars here. But Archer Aviation and Joby and lots of others are hitting the table. They do have to go through FAA approval, and they do have to get through those licenses. But Boeing has bought a small company outside of Austin and California, and they're getting their manufacturing put together. You will see regional flying cars that help in every different state. Globally and American made, we're standing behind Archer. Is that right?
Yep.
We're Team Archer, loud and proud. You be whatever team you want. Flying cars are here, and we're excited to go for some rides, right?
Yes, we are.
2026 is going to be awesome. Now, we had some show and tell. It's Thursday. Show and tell, as you guys know. We were going to do the bow and arrow, but we've done that too many times. Yep. We were going to do Carol the pocket knife, but what happened?
We couldn't find her.
We can't find Carol the pocket knife. The protector of little Addy is missing. We got to go find it.
Yep. But you know what we are doing?
What?
Showing off my kick skills.
All right. Oh, your kick skills?
Oh, my punch skills.
Okay.
Ready?
So we believe in regular defense training. It's very important that if you have a little girl or a son, that they should learn self-defense,
Yes.
right?
Right.
Addie's been practicing self-defense since she was a baby.
Yep.
She's been practicing moves. She took karate, or she took taekwondo
Okay.
actually first before we left the Northeast and was part of an awesome dojo regularly practicing. Was that a cool crew?
Yes, it was.
And some of them even used technology, right?
Yeah.
Some of them that were in New York City that couldn't make it to the dojo tuned into the big screen on the TV, and they took the class right there with us, right?
Yep.
Was that cool?
Yes, it was.
That was awesome. Do you remember her name?
Lily?
Lily. Say hi to Lily.
Hi, Lily.
She might be watching.
Yeah.
We miss you, Lily.
I miss you really big.
Okay, I give a couple good punches. Nice.
Always keep your guard up.
Always keep your guard up. Give me a little uppercut. Nice. One more. Nice. Guys, I'm telling you, she's an 8-year-old girl, but she will knock you out if given the chance.
Yep.
Because she knows where to put that fist. Where do you put that fist, little girl? Show Daddy.
Straight, just skim the chin, and it always knocks him out.
Yeah, someone's talking, they got a loose jaw. Where do you want to hit them?
Right on the loose jaw right here.
Yeah, they don't even need a lot of power. Can you knock them out?
Yep.
Or at anything, can you at least stun them for a nanosecond?
Yes, stone from nanosecond and run backwards.
That's right. You're not here to stay a fight and beat somebody down, unless you want to make them apologize. You're there for self-defense. So you attack and you move back. You attack and you run, right? There's no reason to stand and fight against another individual who's lost their mind, right?
Nope.
So we'll talk more about self-defense. We'll do some stuff. But Addie wanted to show you a little bit, since we didn't have Carol and the other pieces, that practicing self-defense together as a family is really fun. Do you practice Krav Maga with your mother?
Yes, I do.
Right. We practice headlocks and escapes.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll show some escapes on the next piece, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We did an episode on CPR, so we should probably do a more robust show on just self-defense.
Yeah.
Okay, let's hit that up later this week.
Nice.
Episode 69 is underway. It's time for Scott Adams School, so we're going to let you go and click over there. Thank you for tuning in today. Hopefully we gave you a new dad joke. We loved the bare feet one. That's probably one of our favorite ones, right?
Yep.
Yesterday's was still funny. I loved it. What do you call a pig that takes karate?
Pork chop.
Pork chop. That was still really good. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
We
you.
love you. God
God bless
bless.
America.
Have a great Thursday.
God bless America.
And don't forget, you can't spell daddy without the Addy. I said you can't spell daddy without the Addy.